Hey everybody, welcome back to Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff. I have officially made it 6 months. I just passed 6 months without alcohol in my life. I haven't put an alcoholic beverage in. It feels weird to say it. It feels like I shouldn't be able to say it. This is not how I thought this was gonna go at all. Damn, this is not at all. This is not how I thought this was gonna go. I don't know the last time that I have been this proud of myself for something. I don't know if I've ever been this proud of myself for something. And I just realized that right now after I had hit go. Damn. I don't know what to say at this point. I did not think this was how this was going to go. I was going to be happy and fun and give positive words of advice. I'm still going to do that. This is going to be, I've been doing these update videos along the way about my journey into addressing my relationship with alcohol. And they have been helping people. And that hasn't even been the point. That hasn't even been the reason that I've been doing it. And so I wanted to do one where that was the reason to do it. And so I wanted this one to be pieces of advice for people who want to change their relationship to alcohol. And then when I hit the button, I realized how proud of myself I am. But I'm still gonna, that's still what I'm gonna do. Because I had a plan. So let's stick to the plan. Stick to the plan. This is my pieces of advice to you. If you're out there and you need to change your relationship to alcohol, I've gone 6 months. I've never been more proud of myself for anything in my life, and I have some things that I think might help. Let's get into it. This is not how I thought this would go. Okay, I've taken a moment. We'll see how this goes. I can't guarantee that that's not going to happen again. So before I get into the actual pieces of advice, I do want to just issue a disclaimer in case there's any sort of question out there somehow about whether or not this guy is like a qualified trained professional to give personal advice. No, I'm not. I'm just a regular dude who has had his own struggles over the years in various shapes and forms, and in terms of his relationship to addictive substances. This is not my first rodeo, as they say, in terms of trying to break free of a chemical dependency. And so the pieces of advice that I'm going to give you today are just that. They're just me, a regular dude, telling you from his perspective some things that might help you. And that's all this is. The first one of those things is that if you are not happy, alcohol is not the reason for that. It wasn't the solution to that. and it wasn't the reason for that. And what I mean by that is alcohol addiction is a symptom of a problem. The reason that you struggle with your relationship to alcohol is not because of your relationship to alcohol. It might be because of an emotional trauma that you're trying to drown. It may be from a physical pain perspective. Maybe you had a workplace accident and drinking helps alleviate that for a time. Maybe it helps you, maybe you use it to forget how this world is that we've collectively created and are continuing to perpetuate a lot of aspects of, and how futile it seems any attempt to change it would be. Whatever the reason it is that you consume that substance, that's what is causing your unhappiness. And stopping consuming that substance is not going to make you happy. So that's an important thing to think about. Stopping does not equal happiness. Those other things need to be addressed outside of addressing your relationship to the substance. So don't think, if I would only quit drinking, everything would be better. Because that's not necessarily the case. Advice number 2. How to say this nicely. There have been wonderful, wonderful people along this journey that have been trying to give me pieces of advice, as I am trying to do for you. And this piece of advice actually seems a little bit contrary to what I am currently doing. Because this piece of advice is, don't let anyone else tell you how you should feel or what is the right way to do this. There will be people, there will be kind-hearted, good people who will want to tell you the right way to deal with this. There is no, as with everything in life, there is no one right way for everyone to do anything. You will need to find your own way through this. And don't listen to people who tell you that their way of doing it is the way that you need to do it. It may be that you need to walk a similar path to other people who have done this before. But we're all on our own journey, and you need to walk this path and find out what it is for yourself. And don't let people tell you how you should feel about doing this. There will be shame. There will be periods of various emotions. Feel those emotions. Allow yourself to feel them, and don't beat yourself up about how you feel about things. And don't let anybody tell you that the way that you feel about things is wrong, because it's not. Advice number 3. Piece of advice number 3 is, this is going to suck. This is going to suck. It just is. There will be times, as I already alluded to, there are going to be times where you are not sure that why you're doing this, because it sucks. And it can't possibly be worth it. There will be times where it'll seem easier than it should be. And that's where you need to be super careful. There will be times where it'll suck even more than it did when you already thought it sucked. you have to be okay with it sucking. You have to acknowledge and recognize that there are going to be times where this sucks and I'm going to have to fight that. I'm going to have to be okay with this being really, really and be okay with however you need to deal with that. Whether I got so mad at myself that I was just going to bed. I was just going to sleep so that I wouldn't go to the liquor store. And then I'd get mad at myself that you're not stronger than that. I would get mad like that you should be better at this. Somehow I should be better at this than that. And I'd get mad at myself. Don't do that. Don't be kind to yourself about how you feel about this and recognize that it is going to suck. And however you need to get through it sucking is the way that you need to get through it sucking. Number 4 is anyone who does not fully support your efforts in this is not your friend and was never your friend. You may lose friends by doing this. They were not your friends. If anyone who does not support your journey through this world, whatever that journey is not your friend and wasn't your friend. And that's difficult. That's difficult for people to both acknowledge that they've lost a friend and then to acknowledge that that person wasn't their friend. It's tough. It's tough, but it's just something to be aware of, that it could very well happen. I've been lucky. I've been lucky this time around. I haven't been as lucky in the past when I've battled with substances in terms of losing friends. I haven't lost any this time because none of my friends in alcohol addiction were my friends because of alcohol addiction. But it might be the case for you. And so just be aware that there might be people in your lives that you think are friends that you find out aren't. And that hurts. That hurts a lot. And the last piece of advice that I'm going to give for now is that, I mean, it's true in all things in life, whether it's dealing with addictions or just making your way through the world. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. All you can do is your best at any given time. So do your best today and recognize that your best today might not be very good. Like I said, there were days, there's been lots of days, and there probably still will be days where my best is just going back to bed. And that's the best I can do today in order to not go to the liquor store. But if that's the best I can do today, that's all I can do. So on any given day, do your best and don't beat yourself up for your best not being very good. Because your best can't always be awesome. Some days your best isn't very good. But as long as you're doing it, that's all anyone can ask. That's all you can ask of yourself. Okay, that's it for this one, you guys. 6 months. I'm cry again. I thank you again, everyone who has been with me through this and continues to be with me through this. This is a huge deal for me. 6 months without a drink. Before this, I don't think I'd been 2 weeks without a drink for damn near 30 years. And I have now been alcohol free for 6 months. And like I said, I don't think I've ever been more proud of myself for anything. And thank you, everyone out there, for your support. Keep on keeping on and putting one foot in front of the other. I hope to see you again. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. Till next time, just do your best today. And then tomorrow, do your best tomorrow. Bye for now. All right. Okay, so I just want to start by proclaiming. No, I'm not proclaiming. Okay, so I just want to start by saying that I am not like a qualified psychotherapist, or it should be very clear that this is in no way like professional advice that I'm going to be giving today. I'm not qualified to be giving people life advice on the internet. But this is not the first addiction that I have battled in my life. I have gone through this more times than I'd care to admit in various shapes and forms. So the things that I'm going to tell you today are coming from a place, an internal place of history. That's not the way to say that either. How do you want to say that? How? Okay, so I just want to start by clarifying, in case there is any question, I am not a trained professional in terms of giving life advice. I am not qualified to advise people on how to change their situations. I'm just a regular dude who has gone through things in his life. This is not the first addiction battle that I've had. I'm not going to get into it right now, but this advice is coming from a place of my history with these struggles, my current situation with this struggle that I'm in, and is in no way official, professional. Why do you keep doing this? Just going to do this the whole time. And piece of advice number one that I'm going to give you is that be better at this. Be better. Just be better. That's piece of advice number one. Be better. But no, I'm talking to me. Go again. Oh, go again. The alcohol itself is a symptom of your problem. Your relationship to alcohol can be a problem, but it is a symptom of a larger problem. So what I mean by that is maybe you struggle with your relationship to alcohol because of past emotional trauma that you're trying to drown, for lack of a better way of saying it. Maybe you're dealing with physical pain, like a workplace accident or something like that, and your addiction quells that physical pain for a time, and that is why you have this issue. Maybe you drink because you're trying to forget the fact that we've created a dystopian society where certain members of that society are in a privileged position for no other reason than the fact that they are wealthy. And we've created a monetary system wherein some of us trade our time and labor for fictional credits that we can exchange for goods and services. And others of us gain those fictional credits simply because we already have a bunch of fictional credits. that we can then just develop into more of them by doing nothing. Maybe that's why you drink. Maybe that was, no, maybe don't. Maybe we'll, where do I cut into that? Where do I cut out of that?